process of seeking a diagnosis can look different for everyone. Typically, a person or their loved one starts to notice some changes in cognitive functioning. And when we're talking about Alzheimer's disease, we're talking about changes in thinking, learning, and memory that disrupt daily life. And again, this isn't a normal part of aging. You might start to notice that the person is having more difficulty completing familiar tasks, like they've always balanced a checkbook every month and had no problems, but now they're starting to. Or maybe they're forgetting the rules of a favorite game they always play. They might start withdrawing from social activities that they've previously enjoyed, like getting together with friends for lunch or playing a bridge game. Some people experience changes in mood and personality. So you might notice that your loved one has started to become a bit more suspicious or depressed or anxious, or generally they become upset when they're out of their comfort zone. You might start to notice that when they misplace something, like their wallet, they have a harder time retracing their steps to find it again. Some people become confused with time and place and have decreased or poor judgment. So you may notice that they start to have poor judgment around dealing with money, or that maybe they're paying less attention to grooming. People may have challenges with activities that require planning and problem solving. So any activities that have multiple steps may become more difficult. And a person might also experience issues with words and speaking and writing. So not everyone experiences all of these symptoms, but even if a person is just experiencing a couple of them, it could mean that there's something else going on and it's time to talk with the doctor. So in these early stages, people living with Alzheimer's usually do have an awareness of their deficits. They have a sense that something feels off. So if you can just imagine that for a minute, you're an adult, you've lived your whole adult life independently. Maybe you've raised a family, have children and grandchildren, you've worked your whole life, and then you start to notice and experience, some of these warning signs. It can be very scary. And some people experience denial in these early stages when they aren't ready to face it. So emotionally, people may be experiencing fear, fear of the future, fear of what to expect, fear of forgetting their loved ones or forgetting who they are and what that means. So there may be anticipatory grief that they're experiencing over future losses that are coming with this disease and diagnosis. So it's not uncommon for people to experience depression in the early stages of this disease. So your primary care doctor can diagnose Alzheimer's, though not all of them will, and some may refer you to a specialist like a neurologist or a neuropsychologist for further testing to confirm a diagnosis.